Hey everybody, I wanted to show you an update today on how my front yard prairie is doing. I'm going to be filming pretty up close because I don't really want y'all to know where I live. But you may have seen my video about a month or two ago where I was preparing the garden for the spring. I was planting some bluebonnets, which actually didn't end up flowering yet, but I'll show you what is flowering. And we'll just kind of talk about what we can find. So first of all, this all used to be grass. It was just like, grass like that. I do recommend having a sign to explain to your neighbors what you're up to. I've gotten only positive comments from neighbors so far. A lot of people just like walking by shout how much they love it or like looking good. Although no one in the neighborhood has yet to copy me. But yeah, let's talk about what we've got. So these are called cut leaf coneflowers. They're a yellow kind of, I'm pretty sure, rudbeckia. So sometimes they get called black-eyed Susans, but I don't think these are like the true black-eyed Susans. And you're going to notice a lot of the flowers have petals stuck to themselves like this. And that's not an accident, that's an insect that's doing it. It's like sticking the petals down and it's putting like eggs or something in there, I guess. And look, here's Reggie. Reggie! Come here, say hi. Here's my dog Reggie, who just went on a run. He just came back from run with his dad. Okay, so yeah, these are the cut leaf coneflowers. Here's some scraggly looking fire wheels. Let's see if we can find a prettier one that's a little newer. Here's one that's being visited by a bee. There's all kinds of little native bees that show up when you plant wildflowers that are native to your region. There's this kind of bee. We get these tiny little all black bees that almost look like flies. We get great big bumblebees, and I never used to see so many in my yard. But as soon as we planted these, we get so many more bees and butterflies and stuff. This beautiful flower here is called a wine cup. That one's looking a little ratty. Let's see if we can find this one's just starting to bloom. Here, most of my garden has been taken over by golden tick seed, which is just a beautiful flower. Just a happy little pretty flower with a splash of red at the center. And this tick seed, it puts out tons of tiny little seeds. So I had a few of these last year, and this year most of the garden bed is tick seed. Also doing great this year. Last year slugs ate all my primroses, and this year look how many primroses I'm getting. I may have to fight them a bit and like pull up some of them or cut them back because they do have a tendency to take over. This is called pink evening primrose, although this is morning, so obviously they don't only bloom in the evenings. They bloom all day long here in Texas, and they're just a big, beautiful flower. And the kids love to pick them and make bouquets. There goes a little moth or a little white butterfly, I'm not sure. So let's see what else we can find. Now here's one of those bluebonnets I planted. I planted a pallet of 20 bluebonnets. And most of them still look dinky and sad like this. That one's going to die. It's never going to flower. Now there's a couple I can show you that are doing all right, but they still haven't flowered, even though it's their time of year. Let's look. Here's one that's doing well. It's got all this bluebonnet foliage, but where are the flowers? Where are they? Is that one in there? No, that's just a drop of dew. So I don't know if they're going to flower. Look at this here. This is one of my favorite flowers. It's going to grow up to be a partridge pea. Big, elegant, fluttery yellow flowers. I love partridge peas. Okay, who else do we have to visit? So there's a lot of fire wheels in here. You may know them by the name Mexican blanket, but that name feels a little racist to me. So I like fire wheel better. Latin name Gaillardia pulchella. There's a whole bunch of wine cups you can see in there. Oh, here's a little butterfly. Look at that pretty little white butterfly. I don't know what that species is, but I'm happy to see it. So this side of the garden, has some taller flowers. Now, who is this? I accidentally showed you my house. I'm gonna edit that out. Anyways, this guy is standing much taller than the rest of the garden, and I don't know what it is. It's got these kind of lacy leaves, and I don't know what these flowers are gonna look like when they bloom. I don't even know if it's a native plant or if it's a wind-blown weed that's taken root here, but I'm gonna leave it up until it blooms and kind of just to see what comes up, you know? As you can see, you know, there's a lot of, the thing about having native flowers and instead of grass, you know, after a while, a bunch of the flowers die and you've got a bunch of the dead heads, and maybe people think that that looks untidy, but tough shit. In exchange, you get tons and tons of blossoms and all these great pollinator habitat and pollinators visiting your yard. It's just great. Here's some true black-eyed Susans that are growing. So you can tell these don't have that red near the base of the petals where the cutleaf coneflowers did. Here's an Echinacea plant, and I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, this blossom was really pretty. Now it's obviously like past its prime, but it's like it's like disintegrating or something. I don't know what's wrong with it. So I don't know. Last year I had a lot of coneflowers and they did really well. And this year maybe they're being crowded out by all the tickseed and firewheel, and they're just not as happy. So yeah, this side of the garden was looking amazing about a week ago, and now all the flowers are past their prime. But if you look, you can see there's like a bunch of new stuff coming up. So in a week or two, after we get some rain, it'll probably look really nice again. Now this is a mist flower, and there's one tiny little flower surviving. Usually it has these clouds of like purpley bluey stuff. And the cat across the street, I think, is eating it. I caught it eating it. So I don't know. It's not doing great because the cat keeps eating it. But maybe it'll bounce back and we'll get some blue flowers in there. What else? Oh my gosh, who's this? Who the heck is this? This is caterpillars. This is a flower called caterpillars, and I did not plant this, but it is a native. And it's just grown here on its own. Well, isn't that cool? See, every day I come out here and I find something new. Look, there's some spit bug. See the little wad of spit in there? That's a spittle bug visited there. So, you know, before when this was grass, the only insects you'd really find growing here would be like, just like pill bugs, like wood lice. And now, oh man, there's so many insects. Here's some pretty wine cups we can look at up close. These are my daughter's favorite. Look how pretty. Look at all that pollen in there that somebody knocked off. Beautiful. What else? Is there any other flowers we haven't visited? So I do want to, I think at some point, you know, get in there and dig up some of this tick seed that's really taken over and plant some more different stuff just to get more variety. But as summer comes on, you know, we'll also see maybe some more. Oh, found another little bee. Look at that cute little bee. Look at those bright yellow legs. Oh my gosh, so covered in pollen. So cute. Yeah, maybe we'll see some more different flowers coming up. Look, there's some kind of wasp. Under it, there's some bluebonnet that's not doing anything. I have some rock roses too, planted in the middle there, which have these really pretty pink flowers later in the year. Man, I'm seeing a lot of bees. I don't know if y'all can see them all on camera, but there's like 5 or 6 bees buzzing around here, which is very nice to see. Anyways, you too could have a front yard like this, and you could come out and look at it every day, and it's always different. And it's way better than grass, don't you think? I think so. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.